all the content, don't stop it, just let it roll.
Yeah.
Record now, is it?
What's he got on?
He's got.
Let me look.
He's a proper interview.
This is like blooming Paxman, this isn't
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Go on, boy.
How are we doing? So, right.
Are you going to introduce yourselves with your channels?
Yeah. So, hi, I'm George Saunders. George Saunders on YouTube. This is my Ford FW30.
This is George's mate.
Yeah, that's all he's known as.
Yeah, that's it. I'm Darren. I've just
Darren now owns the TW25.
I don't need to speak.
You don't
He
need
does
to
it
speak.
for me.
Yeah.
So Darren obviously is the main man.
Yeah.
Well, you can't just, it's not buying a tractor, you've taken on a legacy.
Yeah.
Well, it's only George.
Oh, so he's not that. I don't actually have any of my tractors here today,
But you're Lord Muck.
but I am Lord Muck.
Yeah.
And yeah, he is my Batman.
What, in your opinion, is the best variety of wheat grown in Cambridgeshire, and what is it used for?
Blimey.
Or your home
Not
county?
where,
Or
that's
your
not where,
home county?
it's not where I thought the question was going.
I don't know.
I may have to pass on that completely.
No passing.
Well,
Yeah, they're
fortunately,
allowed to
I am
pass.
not a wheat farmer or an arable farmer, so I actually don't know the answer to any of that, I'm afraid. These two might be able to answer for you.
Well, I'm going to go with good old Skyfall. It's a wheat we use on the farm a lot, mainly because then we will then feed that. We'll roll it through a roller mill, and then we'll feed that to the cows. So then the wheat we grow goes to feed the cows. Cows produce the slurry and the manure, which goes back to the next crop to help make it grow. So for me, Skyfall.
I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah. It's good, solid crop. Yeah, sort of good yields you get
Been
off it.
around
Good,
time,
you
you know
get
what
good
you get.
straw. Exactly. Yeah, hardy to a lot of stuff. Like I say, good straw as well for the bedding for the cows.
What do you think, though? What do you think?
Skyfall.
There you go.
There you go.
There you
Dead
go.
right. I can do it. Do it? Not bad enough. So, go on.
Question number 2.
What's the most recent development in agriculture that you're interested in, and why?
Right, that's,
Oh, it's got to be the Ferguson system.
yeah.
About 1948.
For me, the new Ag Seed autonomous tractor. So it's a twin track crawler, but it's autonomous. And you can program it to do, go off and do fields. It will go all night, and it's not been very well received because people
We
don't
haven't
like.
done a video on it
Yeah,
yet.
pretty much.
Explain
Yeah,
that
exactly.
outside.
People don't like progress a lot of the time, but for me, it's not going to replace tractors by any means, but it's a good bit of progress, and it'll. I think
Tool.
yeah, exactly. In the future, it's got
It's
a
not a replacement, it's a tool, it's an
Yeah,
add-on.
a specific application, like, and I think it'll get used quite a bit in the future, like, for sort of the more mundane tasks, like destoning, that sort of stuff. Really slow tasks where you just need good repeatability, sort of thing.
I just noticed how fat you're getting.
Yeah.
Anyway, Darren,
go
what
on.
do you think?
I would have gone with autonomy.
Yeah.
Autonomous machinery of all sorts, not necessarily just the tractor side.
Yeah.
Although for the same reasons, as George has already mentioned, mundane work, more dangerous work. It can work 24 hours a day without needing a day off. Doesn't need holiday. It won't cut down on, I don't think it's going to cut down completely on people working on farms. It's not going to do away with people's
no,
jobs.
not that.
It's going to run alongside those sort of people.
Yeah.
And I think it's the way the world's going.
Yeah.
Cars, trucks, they're all going
Most
that way.
things are autonomous
Why
these
shouldn't
days.
farming do exactly the same?
Yeah.
Taking
Milking
farm-
sector's been doing it for years.
Years,
The robotic milkers, feeders,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff.
and construction equally is going
Oh,
that
yeah,
way
yeah.
with robotics. So
Yeah.
why should farming be any different?
Yeah.
I'm going to say CR11 combine.
Good share.
And I think this harvest is going to really rattle some cages once that thing is out and working hard.
Yeah.
95% of that combine is completely redesigned, from any previous New Holland. And from that, don't forget, a lot of people have been trying to play catch up with New Holland's system in the last few years to change 95% of what people have been trying to catch up with. I think it's going to be a game changer.
Yeah.
And they've got the CR10 here.
Yeah, slightly lower down model, but with all the
with the same, but
yield saving and everything on it. Like,
I think the CR11 combine.
Yeah.
For me. But yeah.
Okay.
How can we make arable farming greener and more sustainable?
Good question. I suppose
Stubble burning.
Yeah, stubble burning. Yeah.
You say that.
No,
there is a trade-off
I'm,
with that.
I'm sort of chuckling with that, but there is a lot of good benefits for stubble burning.
There is.
Like a less use of sprays. I mean, that's probably the biggest thing. Is the use of chemicals on crops.
Black grass and stuff. Best way to get rid of it, burn it.
Exactly, yeah.
You know,
you
other
can't
than
deal with the
using
stuff.
chemicals.
Yeah.
So there's people say, but then there's all the smoke and that going into the atmosphere. I think it's a far less. And guess what? That smoke going into the atmosphere, we are not taking into our food chain.
Yeah.
So
That's the thing.
I'm actually going to say stubble
burning. That's
controlled stubble
Controlled.
burning.
Yeah. And there's a lot of other things as well to reduce chemical usage, like we say about black grass.
Yeah.
There's these, they're almost like a trailed combine harvester that go over you drive through the wheat, and it just goes above the level of the ears, because black grass is always above the crop, and it just takes the seed heads off the black grass, doesn't touch the wheat, and it gets, it's how else do you deal with the stuff like apart from spraying large sections off? Burning, like you say, perhaps is
It's, and don't forget, we talk about. I know if you control it, but forest fire, nature's way of control always has been since tens, millions of years.
Of course
whatever.
it is. Yeah. And through burning comes regeneration.
And do it in a very controlled, way.
Well, we used
not
to.
just
Not
everybody.
just how you used to do it.
we're
bit
just
of diesel and a bit of
no
and
rotational
every
burning
single
sort of
field
thing.
burned, because
Yeah.
not every single field needs burning
no, but
every
do,
single
do
year.
It,
Yeah.
Do it in like you would subsoil every 3 years.
Yeah,
something
exactly.
Like that,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that.
What do you think agricultural industry will look like in 10 years' time?
Not too dissimilar to where we are now, really. Progress in ag tends to be kind of quite slow,
I think the autonomy stuff is going to suddenly
Increase.
Yeah.
I think you'll see a lot more of it being pushed. It might not be as, you might not see as much of it being used as what the manufacturers would like, but I think more manufacturers are going to come on board with producing machines that can be more autonomous.
Yeah.
I mean, Case have been looking at it for years.
Yeah. So I
Pricing's
think,
got a lot to do with it.
I think there's more, and that will be another thing. Though, when more
manageable,
when more companies come in on it, the price always comes down.
Yeah, of course,
because there's more competition.
Yeah.
So that,
And I think, which also ties in with your previous question about helping the environment, I think we're going to see more alternative fueling within machinery.
Yeah, correct.
And I'm not
Yeah.
just talking like, it's all going to be electric,
No.
but you've already seen the introduction of methane for dairy farms, and the use of, which is just a waste gas. They're harnessing that to run like the New Holland T7.
T7 270 methane, T6.
276 and the T6 180 methane. There will be LNG, I think.
Yeah, there's electric, obviously with battery for small stuff.
And a mix of stuff.
It's not. There's not going to be one thing that's
no,
not
no,
like
there
diesel.
there never has been.
Diesel does most things these days,
No,
but in the future, it's not going to be like that. Is it?
In the US, they used to run a lot of gasoline tractors.
Well, they did, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's whatever's is most cost effective.
And it's for the application.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
use having electrics on a big combine, because it's never going to work. Like,
No,
want a
but-
little scraper tractor for a farm? Perfect.
Ideal,
Probably-
isn't it?
probably
You could do
perfect.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And if you could have solar, like example, if you had a little scraper tractor, let's say you use it twice a day.
Yeah.
Solar panels on your roof
Yeah.
of your cow
Yeah.
shed.
Yep.
You're finished using it for 2 hours in the morning. You plug it in.
Yeah.
It charges up. You're ready for the evening.
I was just
Afternoon.
thinking your little one you've got on
Would
your
be
farm.
ideal.
That
Would be an
in
ideal
full
thing.
electric, that would be perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then
yeah.
if he could also use, you had the system,
The methane capture system on the slurry
system on
tank.
the slurry tank.
We could then power one of the
tractor.
T7 tractors for it.
Yeah,
like,
power
yeah.
the
so there we are.
tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the best thing you've done in your farming career?
Best thing I've done. Buy this. I think no. Probably it's a funny one, but probably started YouTube because 10, 11 years later after starting to put stuff on YouTube, the amount of people and friends I've made through it, farming friends and other friends, and the opportunities that's given me in the farming sector, it's been brilliant, and it's kind of changed my life really. Like, met the likes of Muck, and we've been on some.
And your mate.
Yeah, and George's mate. Yeah, I mean we've been on some great adventures, which wouldn't have happened without YouTube. So yeah, for me, YouTube has sort of opened a lot of doors.
I'm going to just agree with George on that 100%.
Yeah.
Because I've had great highlights with and good times in farming, but what's propelled me the furthest to open doors that I never would have done before is YouTube.
Yeah. And for you, it's meeting me, so you can be George's mate, I expect.
Yes, just
And then
that's
not-
been the highlight of my life so
Yeah.
far.
And now being the custodian
Yeah.
of
Oh, yeah.
And being the
custodian
custodian of the
25.
TW25.
Exactly, it's a big responsibility.
yeah.
What's your favourite combine model and why?
Sorry, what was the question?
What's your favourite combine model and why?
Oh,
I'm going to stop you both there. Massey 865.
Oh,
there
you
we
beat
are,
me to
done.
it.
That's me done.
Massey Ferguson 750, again similar to Mucker, side cab, Perkins V8 in it. That's what it was about when I was growing up, and just brings back great childhood memories of watching them in the summers, because they were all about when I was growing up. Just an awesome machine, awesome sound. Just brings back childhood memories.
again, I'm going to have to pass on that because I can't.
haven't got a favourite combine?
Well, I haven't got any experience with combines in general,
Yeah.
so I can't possibly have a favourite one.
You like a green one or a blue one?
Green one.
You like
one.
to-
There you go.
Yeah,
Lots
that's
of
a green
green
one.
one. Yeah.
We're not going to say if it's Class or John
Yeah,
Deere.
just green.
Just
Either
just
or.
green.
Green.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Who should I work for when I'm older?
Yourself.
Out of you three.
Oh, out of us three.
Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, of us three,
Yeah.
not me.
I'm looking for a cameraman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There you go. There's an opportunity for you.
What about you?
Well, I could always do with the cameraman as well. Like,
There you
someone who's
go.
good on the camera.
Part-time tutor.
Yeah.
there you
go.
you can work 2 or 3 days for him and 2 or 3 days for me.
Yeah. How's that sound?
Slave drivers, you want him 6 days a week?
There's 7 days in a week, giving them a day off.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
Well, exactly.
Well, I suppose so, all right.
Yeah.
Don't forget, if you were only 100 years ago, they'd been having someone like him up a chimney.
Yeah.
So you're thinking this is progress?
I'm thinking chimney sweep. So I'm thinking on Sunday he could sweep
You can swing the
chimneys.
chimneys. Like, yeah.
Right, okay.
Oh, you got rugby on Sundays?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. No.
Swim chimneys.
You'll swim chimneys, mate. Is that it?
Good old boy.
Very well
Thank you
done.
very
I have
much.
to say
Thank
that
you.
they're probably the best interview questions I've ever been asked, I think.
Well, they certainly
They were
put me on
very
the back
good.
foot.
Yeah. It's a
Put
very
me-
good question.
Put me on the other side of the tractor.
I was expecting, like what's
What's your favourite tractor?
what's your favourite tractor?
Yeah.
And not like what's your best week? I don't know, really. Got me thinking. It's
No,
good.
some cracking
Very
questions.
good
Yeah,
question.
good old
Thank you
boy.
very much for that. It's been a pleasure.
Appreciate that, mate. You could even shake the hand of
Lovely to-
George's mate.
Yeah, George's mate.
There you go.